You got it. Thank you for the finger hearts. I want to see who comes up. I'm not going to add anyone. I'm just going to see who comes up. What's her name from Fifth Harmony came up on my main account. But I was like, yeah, I don't go in. What is her name? I don't know.
Christmas gift for anybody and everybody in your life. Everybody can use it to gather around to fire their loved ones at home.
Let me see something real quick. Danity Kane or something. No, not Danity Kane. Oh, and I follow her too. No, I forget. But yeah, from Fifth Harmony. Yeah, she was on my other page. And Timberland came up too. Like, which is crazy because I follow Timberland and it says I could have requested to go live with him. But I'm like, what the heck? Like, and he doesn't even battle people because he just has people go up to showcase their music. So that I already knew that. Plus, I don't battle people. But yeah, he was in my battles. There's like, on my main page, I get like celebrities to battle with. But I just don't do it. I don't know if I'm going to see her for Thanksgiving because my money's got to go to a phone bill. And they still haven't given me my refund because they reopened the case, which I got to call them because I don't have no notification they reopened the case. Now I need to really make sure they reopen the case and they're not just telling me shit. Because the lady told me, she was like, oh, you're going to get your refund back because some company took money out. And I didn't even know who they were. Like I said, the delivery service. And then she told me, oh, you're going to get your refund. The refund back, they're going to be able to take money out. And I'm like, bruh, can you block them from taking money out? And they're like, they're not going to be able to. They told me that twice. I'm very doubtful because I'm like, they're going to take money out again, watch. And then I'm going to be pissed off. They told me to call them, contact them to get a refund. And I'm like, well, I went to their thing and I don't think they have a contact. And I said, the customer service lady told me that I was going to get a refund, and then I didn't. So then I was like, fuck it. And the $400 they favored in the other company, and I'm like, oh heck no. So then they said, we'll reopen it because I said I got an email that told me they declined it, that my credit card got declined, payment declined. So they're not gonna give me. So I said, so I have proof. You better give me that refund, and I'm gonna send them that. I'm gonna send them that email. They're not gonna give this company, right? They're not gonna give them money. I said $428 is what you're trying to give this company, and I haven't even used their service because I deleted my account. Like, and I would have had that money because we're supposed to go see Wicked for Good, but now I don't even think we'll make it. My mom really wanted to go see Wicked for Good, but I don't have the money. I can't go visit my mom. I'm not going to explain it to you because no one needs to know where anyone is at. So, yeah. You just saw it? Oh, that's good. I saw the first one in theaters because my brother took us. And so, yeah, I think my mom says she really wanted to go. We need to save money for that. But I'm going to tell her, like, I was going to take you, but I didn't get this refund. It's a company that's, but never mind what it is. I'm not going to tell you. Just know that it was a company. There's program. It's not a program. It just didn't work for me. I did the 1 month free trial and it didn't work. I didn't get no sales, so there's no point to be paying $400 a month. And no, no, it's not Timu. I wasn't paying for Timu. I was paying for something else, and it was $400. I wasn't paying for it. I did the free trial, but I forgot to cancel the free trial. And they took $428 was the automatic payment because I forgot to cancel because I said, oh, I'm not going to cancel it right away because I know I won't ever have $400 in there. Sure enough, I did. Like a dummy. And I forgot. And I went to go pay my phone bill and it told me I didn't have enough. And I said, I know I have $400 in there. So I went and no, it was gone. I only had like $28. So then I had to get a cheaper payment or a cheaper plan, which only gave me 4 gigabytes of data. And then once I got the rest of the money, then because I had money I didn't get paid, so I had to wait till next Wednesday to get paid. Then I paid the rest of my phone bill and got my full service turned back on. So yeah, that's what happened. Justice for you, yes, justice for me. Because that's crazy. And then they tried to favor in the company. And so I was like, no, because I checked. I was like, I'm supposed to. How long does it take for them to process this? I paid that. Storage is already paid. So I was like, what about this? I'm trying to get somewheres where I don't have to pay storage, but I need the money to have someone help us move our stuff. It's a lot of stuff. It's like 3 bedrooms worth of stuff. I don't know. I'm having a very difficult time keeping up the payments. And I gotta try to save it as best as I can because it has my brother's stuff in it. But paying $200 a month is, yeah, we need to get a place. And so we can get rid of the storage. But on top of that, like storage is the least of my problems because I'm gonna have it paid. But my phone bill, Apple took because I canceled the subscription for this app that I did the free trial, and they still took the payment anyways. And then they favored me and they gave me the refund, but they say, oh, it's gonna take about 7 business days. I said, I don't got 7 business days, so I said I'll have to call them when they're open tomorrow and tell them that I need this money for my phone bill. Because if I get this payment on Wednesday, and it doesn't say that it's too low to pay me, then I can pay my phone bill. I'll have the money to. If not, I'll just have to do the smaller service just to keep my phone on until I get this payment and then put my full service back on and do that again. Because, like it's so insane. They gave me the money back because I was like, yeah, I canceled the subscription before they took the automatic payment. So why are they still taking payment? It's crazy. They took the payment and I'm like, oh heck no. So I requested a refund. They gave it back to me and it went in my account today, so thank God. I didn't have to wait the 7 days. I was like, usually when you tell them that, they say, well, there's nothing really much we can do. You just gotta wait 7 days. I don't got 7 days. My phone bill is due on the 25th. If I don't pay that, then I lose my phone number. Mind you, I was paying $80. Now I only pay $50. That's funny. Because I was paying my service and my brother's service because we had the same service. Because we can't. We had Verizon, was it? No, it wasn't Verizon. Oh, we do. We still have T-Mobile. It was T-Mobile, but it was the regular service. But we owe $1,000 for the service. So because I said, oh, we made payment plans and payment plans and payment plans, and it went up to 1,000, and they were like, we can't do that no more. We're gonna cut you off. All because my brother's ex and him did not tell me they couldn't make the phone payments, or I would have paid the phone bill. They waited till it got too much where they couldn't pay it, and I'm like, hello, you should have told me. I could have kept up the payments. So then it racked up to 1K, and then yeah, after that I fell behind because I couldn't pay it. Like I had just paid for movers to they didn't help my brother load stuff into storage. He had to do it himself because I got a deal. I was lucky enough to have this mover do a deal. So the mover, she did a deal and she was like, okay, if you rent the U-Haul, which I had to pay for that. I paid for renting the U-Haul. And you pay my movers, they can lift the heavy stuff for you out of your house. Because we had heavy stuff like TVs, beds. We had a lot of heavy stuff and we had them take all the heavy stuff. And they were like, they'll take all the heavy stuff for you, but you just gotta unload it yourself at storage. So then I had to stay behind to pack the stuff, and he went by himself and unloaded everything and just threw everything in there. And then, yeah, so they did a deal. So because of that, I had to pay movers, and then I had to pay for a room because I was like, oh well, I have money, and we have money, so I was like, we gotta. So I had to pay to get us into a room, and that took more of my money. So yeah, I couldn't pay the phone bill, and we fell behind. Even before then, we fell behind because I was like, dang it, they could have just told me they couldn't pay the phone bill. That would have been so much help because I could have kept up the payment so it wouldn't have went too high. It was only like $107, I think it was. And that's their regular phone service. I'm on a prepaid plan. I'm stuck on prepaid, and I need to get out of that. I need to like pay them 1,000 so I could get back to making payments. You know. Yes, it is good. I was not the one that was paying the phone bill. So yes, that's why I'm blaming. You're saying I'm blaming everyone else. Yes, because they were paying the phone bill. They couldn't pay it, and they didn't tell me they couldn't pay it. That doesn't make sense. If I'm on your phone plan, because it's a free phone, it was a free line. So they got two lines, one free line. So I got a free line. I got the free line. They gave me the free phone and the free line. Because what happened was at that time, I literally went to Vegas, right? I went on a trip to Vegas, and my brother was like, I think I got the phone before Vegas. I can't even remember. But he was like, you're going to need a phone because I literally didn't have phone service until that point because I was like, there's no point. I just have free internet. If I go out somewhere, I can use the bus internet. Like, I couldn't afford phone service. So, we had the internet. Why not just use it? I didn't really need a phone. And so then he gave me the free phone with phone service because he was like, you're going on your trip to Vegas and, they need to contact you. So you can contact us. And I was like, okay. And from there, I had the phone. So then literally free phone service. So then it came a time where he said, oh, we couldn't pay the phone bill, but it was too far behind at that point, and I'm like, you could have told me something. So then we had other expenses come up that I had to pay for, and that made us fall even more behind, and we owe $1,000. Luckily, we're able to be on this prepaid plan, but prepaid plans are shitty, very shitty. If it's congested and everyone is using the data, your data will more than likely slow down. And in certain spots, your data doesn't work right. Like it's kind of my cat, your cat. I never had a cat, so I don't know why you're saying your cat. That cat was not supposed to be my responsibility. That was supposed to be Angie's responsibility. You just want to mention things that have Angie involved in it so you could say I'm obsessed with her when you brought up Angie, not me. Who's obsessed with who? Because it seems like you're obsessed with her. You just want a reason to bring it up so that way you could say, I'm obsessed with her. I know how your game works. Maybe don't say my cat, say that stupid bitch's cat, okay? Not mine. Because she is a stupid bitch. Okay, she does not take responsibility for her pets. She made my brother sleep in the car with her pets because she didn't want to take responsibility. You know what is so fucked up? You say I put my family in situations. What about that dumb bitch? Putting my family in situations because no one gave a fuck, right? When she literally had my brother sleeping in a car with a carrier, with the cat carriers and her dog in the car because she didn't want to take care of her pets because her mom told her to get out with her pets. She didn't even find a place, and you guys didn't even know that. Me and my mom were sleeping in the room we had just got from sleeping out in our car. We had just barely got this room, and my brother had to go back to sleeping in the car because of her stupid pets. Because the place we were at does not allow, they have a no pet policy. And because they have a no pet policy, we couldn't take the pet. That's what happened. So because of their no pet policy, we couldn't have the pets in there. We can't risk having pets where there's a no pet policy because if we would have got caught, we would have lost our place and would have had to end up sleeping in the car. So rather than jeopardize our sleeping situation, he chose to sleep in the car with her cats and her dog because her mom didn't want her to have the pets and told her to get rid of them in order for her to stay there, and she refused to do so. My mom finally told him, son, you need to do something with those pets. I don't want you sleeping in the car. You need to tell her to do something. He said, I am. He did. He made her, and she called animal control to relinquish her pets over, to give her pets over to animal control, right? So then what happened was that she didn't do that. She literally started crying and saying, well, I can't give my cats away. I don't know if I can do this. I'm not going to give my cats away. My brother got mad, called her mom, and said, you need to come pick her up with her pets. And then told her, I called your mom. She's coming. You don't want to get rid of your cats? Well, then you take your cats with you and you go with your mom. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you call my mom? Like, you shouldn't have called my mom. Why did it turn it on? It was like she started crying to him and telling him, why? Well, because and then he said enough is enough, and she took her pets. Like, what? You want him to sleep in a car while we sleep in a place? We literally had a room he couldn't even sleep in that we just got, and we just got out of sleeping in a car, and you want him to sleep in a car for your pets? You're a lunatic. This chick is a lunatic. She's a crazy chick. There's no way that you claim you love someone so much that you make them sleep in a car with your pets because your mom didn't want you to have the pets. Mind you, her mom's not gonna come on here and Because I was like, I could just get her mom to tell you all the shit that she's done, but she wants nothing to do with social media. After people came to her house, it's crazy. You tell me to get off live, but Angie had people show up to her house from dating apps. I wonder who did that. Because her sister called. Her sister called my brother and said, did he know anything about people showing up to the house? That she was asking him, kind of like if he was doing it. He said, no, I don't have anything to do with that. We all know who does that, and that's people from the Discord. Then she says she couldn't have her kids there because she leaves the kids with the grandparents while she goes to work. Then she said she had to figure out what she was gonna do with her kids because she has to go to work early in the morning. So not only did you not cause your sister to almost lose her job, but now she has no place to take the kids because it's not safe. Because some dude just walked in. And this is the chick that you guys defend. Like, her sister literally had nowhere to take the kids and had to figure something out because she has to go to work early in the morning. And this is the type of girl that you defend. I didn't laugh at the cat because it couldn't eat. I already explained to you that the cat couldn't eat more than what we were told to feed it because it just had surgery. So I don't know why. And don't bring up that I threw a cat because I didn't throw a cat. Because then I know people are going to say, why did you throw a cat if it just had surgery? The people, because she got that cat, right? And she had it neutered or something. She literally said that. So basically what happened is that the cat literally couldn't have so much food. It could only have a half packet of wet food in the morning and a half packet of wet food at night. That's what was advised. He gave me the papers. I read the papers, and it told us how to feed the cat. It was only half packet in the morning and half packet at night. Of course, the cat's going to be hungry, but he can't eat more than what he's supposed to. Obviously, he has stitches, and if he eats more, his stomach's probably going to blow and pop the stitches off. Common sense. I don't know why people sit here and defend this girl and saying you're a cat. Why don't you go tell her about why we had her cat instead of her having her cat? Like, you keep talking about Peaches, and what's so crazy is that someone said that we took Peaches to the shelter. No, she had Peaches. Because you saw a cat that looked like Peaches and you said we took it to the shelter. No, we didn't. We gave it back to her because animal control was going to show up to her house to see if she had the cat. Because animal control said, you're not supposed to have the cat because, people had been falsely calling. And I guess they falsely called and said we were abusing this cat. And basically, my brother said, we're fostering this cat. I said, that's the dumbest idea I've heard in my life. For you to come and tell us we're fostering a cat, knowing these people online call animal control. Are you dumb? I knew if we were not fostering a cat. I knew it was her cat. I knew he was lying. He didn't want to tell my mom the truth because he didn't want my mom to complain at the simple fact that we were taking care of another one of her pets again. I already knew she would have an issue if she found out it was Angie's pet. She already had gotten a dog. We had like 2 dogs in the room. We weren't even supposed to have 2 dogs in our room, but we did. And this was a place that allows pets, but they only allow like it's a place that allows pets, but we had 1 pet and we were already paying. I don't know if we were paying a deposit fee for Hershey, but yeah. And we literally took. I didn't laugh at it, and it's a kitty, so it's just crazy. Anyways, so what happened was that it's a kitty. Common sense. So then what happened was is that we took her dog in. Excuse me. We took her dog in even though we weren't supposed to. So yeah, we took her dog in, and then we had to rehome it because animal control showed up. And what happened was is they were like, so basically my brother explained because he was trying to find it a home. No wait, I don't think animal control knew about the dog actually. But my mom got fed up and said, we cannot have this dog here. We have to keep trying to hide it out. And so you know what I mean? We couldn't have it there. They, so basically my brother found it a home because he didn't want to take it to a shelter because it would have been put to sleep if it didn't get adopted. And he really wanted to find it a good home. Luckily he did. This lady and this little boy. She said it was a lady with a little boy that really wanted the dog, so she got the dog. You know? To literally sit here and say you don't care, but then you brought up the cat makes it sounds very fucking stupid to me. Are you idiotic and dumb? Because you sitting here literally saying that you don't care, but then you brought up the cat is fucking stupid. Because if you guys don't care, then why do you keep bringing up this cat? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? You keep bringing up pets that have nothing to do with me and has everything to do with that idiot bitch that you will not tell why she didn't have her pets. Why don't you go to her and say, why wasn't you taking care of your pets instead of coming to me who was taking care of her pets? Because it was either that or her cats would have been out in the cold in carriers on her lawn and probably would have froze to death and died because her mom threw her cats in a carrier in the fucking cold. Well, she wanted to dump her cats in the rain. In a thunderstorm. No, I'm not gonna relax because those cats almost died. But was I gonna be able to say anything? No. Because nobody would have gave a fuck. You really give a fuck about animals, but when it comes to my brother's ex, oh, it's okay for her, but she could have killed her cats. Her mom could have killed her cats. The reason Angie was staying with us is because she couldn't have her cats at her mom's house, and her mom was gonna throw the cats in the thunder. So my brother hid the cats from my dad for a while because my dad would have most likely said no. My dad would have never allowed those cats there. Eventually he found out and we had to tell him. We had to tell him, yeah, she was gonna throw the cats out. We're always stuck because, we're in these situations. She's already had like 6, 7 dogs in less than a year. That should tell you something. This girl is emotionally attached to pets that she cannot take care of, that they're all either dead or missing. The only one that got rehomed was Beto, I think his name was. I can't even remember the dog's name. That's the dog that I said we were hiding out in our room with Hershey. And we had enough problems as it is with Hershey being aggressive that eventually Hershey gets used to the dogs, and it's sad because she makes friends. Like, Hershey's a little aggressive at first, but then I don't know if I have that picture still on my phone. It might be on my Android or my iPhone. It was Mocha. I think the dog's name was Mocha Latte, something like that. And my brother wanted to name the dog Simba, but she was like, no. And she named it something else. And so anyways, what happened was is that Hershey had a bed, right? And we sewed a blanket over it because she chewed her bed apart when she was a little puppy, or when she got a little bit older. So my mom fixed the bed so she could sleep in it because as she got more older, she slept in the bed. So the puppy was sleeping and Hershey went and slept with the puppy, and I took this cute picture of them sleeping together, because once she gets used to the pets, she plays with them and she makes friends. I'm like, oh, poor Hershey, because then I know that they're gonna have to leave, and then she's not gonna have a buddy, and it makes me feel sad because, she becomes buddies with them, right? And so that dog, we were having issues because Hershey was pretty aggressive at first, and so it was hard because we had to keep her on the bed and keep the dog on the floor. And I was like, I can't keep doing this, like, and especially trying to hide out this dog that we're not supposed to have. I'm like, this girl needs to stop getting pets and then thinking we're the people that she can dump the pets on, because that's what she was doing. She was dumping her pets on us, and we're supposed to take them in and take care of them. And I did it because I didn't want these dogs in an abusive home. I didn't want these dogs to be in a horrible place. Or these pets, and because she didn't really take care of her pets. You know what I mean? See, that's literally what happened. You know? No, I didn't feed the cat dog food. He was eating that Science Select. The Science Select cat food. Because that's what he had surgery, Science Select. No, I didn't. It was Science Select. Say what you want, but I fed the cat Science Select. It was not dog food, it was a half packet of wet cat food. Because that's what we had, a box of wet cat food. I had like about a dozen packets of wet food. Let's not lie. Yeah, Science Select is a real brand. It's literally a real brand. What are you talking about? Science Select or something like that. Science something. But it is a real brand. And I gave the cat a half packet. It's a white packet with a cat on it. And it has like a blue line. Or something like that. So I know it's a white packet of cat food. And I always dreaded feeding the cat. Orange cats are a different breed, cats in general. When you go to feed the cats, they're ring, ring, ring. That's how cats are. They're like ring. Like that cat went crazy and would climb up, scratch the hell out of me. to, we couldn't give it. Like I would have to put the cat in the bathroom first, then feed the cat, and then let the cat out, because if not, the cat scratched me badly and it hurts because the cat's like "Ree, ree, ree." And like if you've seen videos of like orange cats, they're a whole different breed of cat. When it comes to orange cats, they are like crazier than normal cats. Like one orange cat got a hold of a piece of chicken and a chicken bone, and they could not take that from the cat because he's like ring ring. Like if you've ever seen videos of orange cats like that, like that's how orange cats naturally really are. They're more crazier than regular cats, and it's only orange cats. That's why people say orange cats are a whole different breed. Like they're a whole personality, a whole different personality. I'm like, heck yes, they are. Like, just it was crazy. And then the cat was like, "Rah." Like I don't know, the cat was making noises. That was the thing, and it's a kitten, obviously, but it had to be in the crate because and then let it out for a little bit because it had surgery, so it has to sleep. The cat couldn't be out uh like all the time until it healed from the surgery. People were like, "Oh my god, you got that cat locked up." Like I literally had the paper from the vet, or I don't know, yeah, from the vet that my brother gave me that said how to care for the cat because he worked. So we had to care for the cat because he went to work. And so that cat, right? We took care of it. And so we had to put the cat in the crate, and then we would let it out when we were allowed to. So we would let it out like most of the day, and then put it in there because it has to like because of the surgery. I did not throw the cat, so whatever you want to say. Pushing the cat off of your leg is not throwing a cat. I didn't throw it. I pushed it because it was scraping the hell out of me. And it was also trying to eat my breakfast, which was bacon. And do you think I'm going to let a cat that just had surgery, that is not supposed to have probably greasy foods, eat my breakfast? I was supposed to just let the cat have it? Are you stupid? Because then if I would have let the cat have my breakfast, someone would have said, well, why are you letting the cat eat human food? Like, why are you letting the cat eat your food? Like, can we not? It's not, it was starving because it can only have a half packet of cat food in the morning and a half packet at night. We cannot feed the cat any more than what it was supposed to be fed. The cat is not supposed to be eating whatever you feel the fuck it's supposed to eat. Because you want to kill your fucking cat, then go ahead and kill it. I don't give a fuck. The vet, I got vet papers and I did what I was supposed to do according to what the papers told me. I am not going to let a cat eat something just because it whines. That's not how it works. Dogs whine all the time. You're not supposed to feed your pet every time they cry. That's asking for your pets to get diabetes. You overfeed your pets, you're going to give them diabetes. You don't give a puppy food every time it cries and then say, oh, it's because they're hungry. No, it's because you want to kill your pet. Then go ahead and kill your pet. Point blank. You don't give an animal food every time it cries. And when they cry, it's not always because they're hungry. Okay. That's not how that works. You can't just give it food every time it cries. What? Oh, nothing. This is basically how that works. Because if you feed pets every time they cry, you're gonna overfeed your pet. That's not how you do that. I'm just saying. Like, some of you guys gotta learn. In order to throw something, you have to pick it up and throw it. Nowhere in the video did I pick up something and throw it. Stop exaggerating a video. Like, jeez, you exaggerate stuff so much, it's crazy. To throw something, you have to pick it up and throw it. Nowhere did you see me pick up something and throw it. You saw me push it off my leg. I did not throw it. And I did stand up. So if I threw something, then how was I able to stand up? Crazy. That guy was that guy's on live all the time on TikTok. The guy from The Godfather, and he's also in The Wedding Singer. He plays his brother. I think in The Wedding Singer, he's always on TikTok lives. Like, I think every day I see him and he goes live and I'm like, what the heck? It's so crazy because he looks like normal, but he's old. No, there's nothing wrong with him being on live. I just get his live streams on my For You page all the time. And I didn't know who he was until I saw he has pictures of himself in the background when he was like when he was in The Godfather and then like the wedding singer. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Cause I was like, I didn't know who he was. Cause I was like, oh, cause, it's random that I get, people like that. And then I was like, oh, this Italian man, like, cause I got the one guy, what's his name? No, not Joey Marlino. Well, I did get him, but he's another guy that answers questions about the mob, cause he used to be in the mob. He used to be, I don't think he was a mob boss, but he was in the actual mob, and people ask him questions. He was like, he's infamous. I don't know who he was, but apparently he's an infamous mob guy. And so, yeah, the mob is a real thing. So, anyways, he was in, and people go on his live and ask him questions about stuff about the mob, which is crazy. So, yeah. Oh, guys, I'll be back. But yeah. I don't know why I get these people on my life. I mean, their life. Mm.
Denver is bringing the magic back during Mile High holidays. The lights are all around and the show is in the sky. Enjoy holiday favorites, visit festive markets, and explore dazzling displays. Celebrate Jewish traditions and make new memories during the most wonderful time of the year. Discover more things to do and find great hotel deals at milehighholidays.com.
This is good. My half sister doesn't hate me. She don't like me, but she talked to me on Facebook. Are you an idiot and you're fucking stupid and trying to lie? Kiss my black ass. Trying to lie. Funny. My dad's family doesn't even talk to us. Because when they do, the only thing his uncle contacts him for is money. when they want money. And my half sister hasn't talked to me since I was in high school. And my dad had manic episodes. And I don't know if he sent something to her or did something. He didn't do anything that bad. I don't know what happened. All I know is he started sending people stuff, and he sent one of his mom's friends what he posted on Twitter, basically his junk, his nudes. And she messaged my mom and said, "Can you tell him to please stop sending me that?" And my mom said, "Oh my God, I didn't know he sent you that. I'm gonna have a talk with him." And I guess he said he wasn't thinking, and he sent it to her. So I don't even know. I don't know. He was having a manic episode. That's all I know. And so at the time, my half sister, I don't know what it was. I don't remember if she had like messaged something, but I know that we have a birthday, close birthday, but yeah, I haven't really talked to her since high school because we don't really have talk like that. And because, like, yeah. Yeah. That's just basically how it goes. No, she still follows me and I still follow her. So, yeah. Look at the middle finger. My eye itches. Sorry, I got an itchy eye. Sorry, my eye was itching very badly. My bad. TikTok, I'm just scratching my eye. If you didn't see what I was doing, then you're stupid. You're saying pink eye. There's your pink eye. I'm immature. Well, why are you trying to convince me about a video I've already seen? Really telling me, look at the video. You don't need to convince me about a video that I've already seen that is about me. If you're trying to convince me I threw a cat, then it's not true. You're not going to gaslight me into believing something I know I didn't do. That's like saying, look at this video of you watching this and you didn't watch it, and be like, look at you. No matter how many times you say it, I'm not going to believe it. I'm not done. This isn't like Looney Tunes where they say things backwards like, it's rabbit season, it's duck season, it's rabbit season. And then he said, no, it's rabbit season. And then Daffy Duck's like, no, it's duck season. And he's like, no, it's rabbit season. He goes, it's duck season. And he's like, okay, it's duck season. Like, and he tricked them into saying it's duck season. Like, that's not how it works. Like, you can't sit here and just be like, you threw a cat, you threw a cat, you threw a cat. No matter how many times I know I didn't do that, so you're not gonna convince me otherwise. So yeah. So yeah. But yeah, anyways, to say like somebody told me, I seen the video. Like, what part of I seen the video do you not listen? I don't need someone to show me a video I seen. Hello, I was there when it happened. And I also saw the video, and no, I did not throw a cat, because I literally showed it to somebody. Because they asked me, did you throw a cat? And I said, no, look. They even agreed. So what are we doing? Like, stop lying. Enough is enough. We'll let them show you. No, you can see this. Okay, look at it. Trying to tell me that I need to look at something. No, I'm not letting anyone up in my life. No matter how many times you try to lie. No matter how many times you try it, no one is coming in my life. And that is fucking final. My life, my choice. Nobody is coming into life. Because if I can't say anything, then neither can you. And that is that. I don't have freedom of speech. And until I have freedom of speech, no one's going to have freedom of speech. And I mean, like, you can say whatever you want. You could call me a fat bitch and be fat phobic, or call me the N word with the hearty R and get away with it. But the minute I say something, violation. So no. And until it's equal for everyone, then no thank you. Equal rights for all. No, because then you complain and you report the live and get it taken down. So who's scared of who? That is a pussy move to literally sit here and report someone that says something, but you can say whatever you want. Because if you start to say whatever you want, I'll report you too, and I'll have other people mass report you. You want to play that game? I could play that game too. Because you're not gonna sit here and report me when I start saying stuff. But yet you're the one that's scared because you report every time I say something. Who's scared of who? Exactly. Exactly. Like I said, I can play that too. But I don't report people because I don't care enough. If I cared what someone said, I would have their live streams taken down. I would have them reported. I don't care enough. You're the ones that care because anytime I open my mouth to say anything, report her. Just like someone said now, mass report. Because why I was telling the truth? Is that what you do is just report people because you're too pussy? Like, come on now, you say whatever you want, but the minute I open my mouth, it's like, report her. No, if I'm not going to be allowed to say whatever I want, then neither are you. And that's final. You can go start a live and say whatever you want about me on your live. You don't need to come up in my box. Go start a live and go do it your fucking self. If you think I threw the cat, go live, put the video up, and literally analyze the fuck out of it. You don't need me. Go live and do it yourself. You really want to have a discussion, have it on your own live. Who's stopping you from going live? Like, why do you need to come and have this discussion on my live? This discussion is not about cats. And since you're at it, why don't you have the discussion about why Angie didn't have custody of her cat? Maybe you should have a discussion why we had her cat instead of her having her own cat. Because why are we made to take care of a cat that wasn't ours? Especially a kitten. That's a lot of work considering the fact that I had stuff I had to do all day. I couldn't just leave my mom with a cat that was not hers because then she would have got mad and said, well, you need to watch the cat because you told your brother it was okay. She got mad at me. And I said, well, what was I supposed to say? He came with a cat. He said, we're going to foster this cat. If I would have told him no, then he would have still brought the cat anyways. I didn't okay it. I said, nowhere did I say it was okay. I told him he had to call you because I did. I said, well, you're going to have to call mom and ask her if you can have that cat. I never okayed it, but I said, okay, but I said, you're going to have to call her and ask her. I said, because he would have done it either way. I said, mom, he would have still brought the cat either way. All because he wanted to help that dumb bitch out. And for what? What the fuck did he get out of helping her out? Nothing. He always helped her out, but then he was left in the fucking dust. And when we needed a ride, he was too busy over there having an argument with her because she wouldn't let him take a Mustang that he paid for. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You got mental health issues, mental illness up the ass, right? And you're sitting here treating people like shit. You snap. Maybe you should get some help instead of taking it out on people. And then y'all justify her doxing me not once but 3 times. And then if I even just dox one person, that's an issue. But this stupid bitch could dox me 3 times and no one will say fucking shit. And someone did notify me that I got doxed. That's how people knew where I lived. Because they did. They said that she told my brother what car he was driving so they could follow him home. And somebody followed him and he didn't even know. Because he didn't know that the stupid bitch told people what his car looked like. And he found out when I told him. Because I received the message. And I did notify the judge that she doxed me. Because that was a part of the restraining order. I said she did. Because if I had turned him the evidence, I told the lawyer, which, it wouldn't load and it wouldn't let me. I said, you would have seen. I said, but someone messaged me and told me she was the reason why we got doxed. Then she said, if you did that, she goes, shame on you. She said, if you did that, she said, that was not, she said, you can't be doing that, right? And then she was like, oh no, I didn't do that. If I would have had my evidence in, I'm pretty sure she still would have got away. And she wouldn't, the restraining order, whether I turned in evidence or not, I still would have been denied a restraining order because my brother has turned in stuff and he's gotten denied, even though it does show that he needs a restraining order. And she wants to sit there and try to say that I don't know. I just have this feeling she knew the dude, whether she wants to say so or not, allegedly, and that she was behind my brother's murder because maybe he was trying to get away from her and get a restraining order. And you know what? Like, if someone's trying to get away from their ex and their ex assaulted them, and all of a sudden he's murdered, it's like a random act. Like this guy just happened to ditch a SUV at the park and try to jack our car. To me, it just seems so suspicious because she assaulted him. They were going to court for that because she grabbed him by the pullover, and then basically a Whole Foods worker saw the whole incident and recorded it, and she was gonna be a witness at court. And this was when we were at the place, but I don't know if they ever went to court for that because I know the police. But anyways, so then the police, because my brother had called in, they told him to get a restraining order, but he says every time I do, they never grant it to me. He showed them the evidence and stuff, right? And they said, well, you're gonna have to go to court for that restraining order. So, anyways, they said you're gonna have to get a restraining order too, because then she's gonna use you as an excuse to keep coming around. They advised me to get a restraining order on her. The cops told me to. If that's not enough proof, I don't know what is. Like, that's literally enough proof. Is it not? If a police officer is telling me to get a restraining order? So then, what happened was is that. So then, what happened was is that we're in court, and she lied in court multiple times. She says she didn't dox me, which it was hearsay, but the judge said if you did that, and the judge did kind of believe she did it because, but she couldn't really say because I didn't bring the samples, what they called samples, because it has to be sample A, sample B, sample C. They label them as samples. So then she also said that she was working with kids. And I was like, you just got fired from APS for touching students, and you're telling the judge you're working with kids? I was going to speak up and say something, but then I said, nah, because it's not about that, and the judge won't listen to that because it's about what she's doing to me in the restraining order. Thank you for the rose. So then, after we got off with the lawyer, I told my brother, well, something came up about her working, and I said, well, no, she's working with kids. That's what she told the judge, and he said, no, she works security. And I was like, she works security, so she lied to the judge and told her that she works with kids. I said, great. Well, repost it. No one cares. You're reposting a video from years ago instead of talking about current events. How long was that? 8 years ago? Get over it. I already explained I didn't throw a cat, and instead of you're more concerned about a cat than you are about eyes. Literally a cat that was not even mine, that I told you I didn't even throw, and you're still here complaining about a cat. When does it get boring for you? Like, hello. Man, I'm already tired having to re-talk about things and defend myself on things I shouldn't have to. And you're sitting here bringing up, being like, well, repost it. That's not going to convince me that I threw a cat, no matter what you say. You could repost it all you want. I don't care. Repost it. That's not going to convince me otherwise. It's already out there. Repost it all you want. You didn't care when Leslie killed her dog, did you? And she said that her and her grandma were refusing to take it to the vet. I said, find out where she's at and call animal control on her because that dog is going to die. Her friend said someone needs to call animal control because the dog's going to die. Sure enough, the dog died because nobody cared to find out where she was at and save her dog. Again, you want to claim that you care about animals, but then you let a dog die even though multiple people told you to do something. Mind you, I didn't know where she was at, and I'm not tech savvy, so I couldn't find out where she was at. Like, yeah, I could type in her name, but her address is not gonna come up. So me, I'm like, well, I tried the best I could, but I couldn't find. And when I did end up eventually, I did call animal control, by the way, since nobody else did. But they was like, there's really, but they were like, there's nothing really much they can do. But yeah, so because of that, I'm watching The Godfather Part 2. You keep bringing up the slur. Nowhere did I say that I never said it, and I've already explained that, so I don't know where you are. I said someone called me that in a message and told me to go back to Mexico. I didn't mean to say it. It was in my head, so I blurted it out, and I literally said, I'm sorry, okay? I'm Hispanic, so can we not do that? Like, hello. Just like black people can reclaim the N-word, Hispanic people can reclaim that word too. So try again. I never said I didn't say that. So why are you just telling me that? Like if I'm saying I didn't say it. Are you dumb? I literally was reading a message someone sent to me because they called me that and they told me to go back to Mexico. And actually, they said it in my live stream several times, but nobody cared because someone did have their username like that. They were making jokes because of the whole like that video I addressed about someone saying go back to their country or whatever, where the lady told the Mexican lady to go back to her country. So then what happened was I was addressing that and I said, well, you don't say anything when someone tells me to go back to my country and calls me the beastler. So because someone sent it to me, someone else sent me the same thing because they wanted attention. When people do that, they want me to post it on my page so they can get attention and get views, get followers. I was not going to give it to them, so I did not mention them. Because why am I going to plaster your username for you to get attention? You're doing it. You're attention seeking. I know how these people work. They're attention seeking. They say things for attention. Someone literally told me to go back to my country because I was playing Selena. I'm like, I'm not even from Mexico, so yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen. It makes no sense why you're telling me to go back to my country. And then you want to claim you care about a slur, but you let people sit in here and tell me that they should deport me. Deport me to where? And I'm Hispanic as well. That's very offensive. But yet you don't want to address that. Imagine saying that to a Hispanic person, I hope they deport you. Like what? If you cared about immigrants, then why are you faking that you're an ally? You don't really care about immigrants when people are doing and saying stuff about immigrants and you didn't care. That lady that said that she was calling ICE on people, I literally made a whole video saying like, hey, this is her face, this is her, find out where she's at, call her job, let them know she's saying that. No, we don't care. You only care when it benefits you. You only care when it benefits you. I said my family comes from Spain. I didn't say they're Spaniards. And literally, Antonio Banderas is not white. So what are you talking about? Salvador Dali is Spanish. Most of the language that speak the language that is spoken in Spain is Spanish. So why are you trying to whitewash a culture? It's so weird. I said I don't have definitive proof I'm from Spain. But you want to say because Spaniards are white that I'm white. I never said that. I said most of my family came from Spain. I didn't say they were Spaniards. And I literally said that I have no proof. I have to take an ancestry test, but I'm still Hispanic. And at the end of the day, I'm not white. So I don't know why you keep trying to whitewash me. You want me to be white so bad, and it's not working. I don't know why anybody wants someone to be white so bad. My mom's race is probably white. Well, it's not probably, it is white because she's Hispanic. Hispanic is an ethnicity, not a race. Oh man, I was gonna say they're having trouble. There was one movie that did that. Like, I'm Hispanic, which is my ethnicity, and I am black. I am not white. And if you're trying to whitewash me and do black erasure, that's on you because that's black erasure. That's literally black erasure. I mean, if you want to be a bigot, then be a bigot. It's not like you care about the real issues. Anyways, if you're sitting here saying you care about racism, then why are you allowing people to be racist? If you say that you don't hate black people, then why are you sitting here telling a black person they're not black? Who is your real dad? Why are you asking me who my real dad is? I know who my real dad is. Do you know who yours is? No, you don't. Like, y'all be weird AF. Oh man, it's not gonna work. But it's crazy. I'm obsessed with Angie, but they bring up her pets all the time. They don't want to hold her accountable for her actions, right? Why did you mention the cat and then you wanted to say I'm obsessed? I already said that in the last live stream. I said people are mentioning things that involve Angie so they can say I'm obsessed. Get a new hobby, bitch. I already figured you out. Like, it's so crazy that I can figure people out. I already literally just said that last live stream and you just did it. You're predictable. Do something unpredictable. I already know what you're doing. Like, I'm not dumb. I take precautions. I already know people are actively looking for me so they could dox me. I'm not a dumbass. And since you know there's only a few shelters, what you do is you call shelters that are helping homeless people and you harass them. But then you want to sit here and talk about how it's okay for you. Why are you sitting here trying to harass someone? That is so stupid to me. You're calling a place that is meant to help people and harass them, and you're literally calling a tiny home village. I'm not at the tiny home village, so I don't know why you're calling them and harassing them. I'm not, and even if I was there, I wouldn't tell you, but I'm not at a tiny home village, nor am I in a home. You literally just like calling these places, admitting you're harassing them. I know you're lying. You're not really doing it. Because if you was, you would have came back and said, they told me she's not there. You would have literally told people to stop calling that place. You wouldn't be advocating for them to harass some place that I'm not at. Okay, and no matter how many times I tell you I'm not there, you're still gonna call them anyways. So I'm not gonna tell you anything anymore. That's the last time I tell you. You call them and then they're gonna contact the police and find out who you are. And if you think that you can run from a burner number, you can't. Police are very good. They can track you down. A VPN does not block you either. I hope someone does get arrested for calling a place and harassing them, so the police can see I'm telling the truth. So the police can finally see that people are harassing me and do something about it. Cuz I hope you help push the police to do something about it. I hope you really do. You're the dumbasses that are calling places and harassing them and I'm not even there. I'm not telling you because I'm trying to be like, oh, stop, and try to lie and say I'm not there when I am. No, I'm trying to help you from going to jail because I'm that nice of a person. But, if you want to go to jail, fuck it. I'm not going to care about you anymore. I'm going to say, let your ass go to jail. Take the ass to jail. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to prevent you from going to jail anymore. I'm just going to let your stupid ass have it. The girlfriend. I'm just going to let your stupid ass have at it. I hope you do get in trouble. Mind you, did you know that teleabuse is a thing? So if you call and harass companies and places, they can revoke you the right to have cell phone service or a phone number at all. You could lose your phone number for good. Trust me, my grandma used to get calls like that, those stupid telemarketer calls. And there's such a thing as reporting people for teleabuse. And if you're abusing your privileges on the phone, they can revoke you to have privileges forever. So if you want to lose cell phone privileges, then I would suggest and go on Google and search up teleabuse because it's not made up. Because I don't want people saying I've never heard of it. Yes, it is a real thing. So go look it up. If a company wants to report you for abusing your phone line, they can. And they can also shut your phone off.
Jesus.
Ooh, this thing fell.
I don't know. And I don't understand why. I can't remember what happened. Just do as I said.
Like, you think I make this shit up, but it's not made up. And if you lose your cell phone privileges for life, I'll dance. Like, some of you guys really think that this is like they can't block you from having a phone service ever. That's literally what teleabuse is. They can. If someone is abusing phone privileges, especially calling and harassing a place or a company, they can revoke your right to like phone service. Like if someone is just like calling and pranking a pizza place, of course, obviously they're not going to revoke your phone service. But if you're calling and harassing and saying like, is so-and-so there and they're not, or you're harassing a business after they asked you to stop calling, that's literally teleabuse. Teleabuse is abusing your phone privileges. That's what teleabuse is. Obviously, why abuse is in the name teleabuse. Teleabuse is using a cell phone to abuse people. That's what teleabuse is. That's what these robocallers do, or these telemarketers. Because my uncle did My uncle did one time tell them that he was going to report them if they didn't stop calling for tele abuse, and they stopped calling. And I'm not going to report privileges, that's on you. Sorry, I had to do something, but anyways, it's just my fingers. I think I have that trigger finger, and I think that I need to get it fixed. Because I was like trying, what was it? I was trying to wash something or do something without breaking my nail, and my fingers kept staying stuck in like that position, and I couldn't move it, and it hurt to move it. And I'm like, oh great, now that's gonna happen, and I can't even wash the dishes because now my fingers are gonna be like that. And I would have to fix them back into place so I could keep washing because I'm like, I can't wait for that to go away because like it just happens randomly. I'm not at Barrett House, and how would you know about Barrett House? I'm not at Barrett House because Barrett House you have to leave during the day. And when I'm on live stream during the day, I'm inside. So obviously that tells you I'm not at Barrett House. So I don't know why you're trying to figure out where I am and dox me. All I have to do is send that you're saying I'm at the Barrett House to the police and say they're actively trying to dox me, and you need to do something about it so they can monitor my live streams and find out your profiles and literally go after you. All I literally got connections. All I have to do is reach out to someone that has connections to people like, anonymous and stuff like that. Well, not the anonymous, but someone like that, and have them look into your account and report you to your local police. Because that's what someone told me. They said, don't report people to your local police, call their local police and report them. Because then they will do something because it's their local police. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So now I know exactly what to do. So yeah, all I have to do is call your local police and report it.
I want to assure you that although the rebels have mounted an impressive campaign in Las Villas, yo le quiero asegurarle que a pesar de que los rebeldes han montado una impresionante ofensiva en Las Villas, my staff indicates assurance that we'll drive them out of the city of Santa Clara before they do.
It is literally a golden cell phone.
We will tolerate no guerrillas in the casinos.
But yeah, if you really think so, well, okay, if you think I'm at Barrett House, then call him, stupid bitch. I don't give a fuck. Call the Barrett House. That's on you. They ain't gonna fucking answer anyways. They never answer. Call them. So your stupid ass could get in trouble. I'm not gonna fucking help you anymore. You'd be stupid. I don't know why you're advocating for people to call places and harass them. That is very idiotic of you to be telling people to be harassing these places that are helping homeless people. I'm not mad. I just want you to call them so you could get in trouble. I hope they take your ass to jail. I hope you get arrested too. Someone's gonna pay for harassing these people, and it's not gonna be me.
I'm very pleased.
I'm not calling homeless shelters and harassing them for a person that's not even there.
Assistance to be with me today. But a
I
man
want you to
comes to
call
this
Barrett
point in
House so
his
you can
life,
see I'm not there.
he wants to turn over the things he's been blessed
I'm
with.
not gonna tell you to
Turn
not
them
call
over
them
to
because
friends
you're gonna call them
as a
anyways.
reward
So
for the
there's no
friends
point
he's
in,
had.
in telling you not to do something because you're gonna
And to
do it
make sure
anyways.
that everything goes well after he's gone.
That is literally the Godfather.
Yeah, we'll see. The doctors would disagree, but what do they know?
PTSD does not get triggered by gunshots or explosions. It happens at random. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, and start having a PTSD attack because of an explosion or a gunshot. That's not how that works. I don't choose when I have an episode. It just happens. People with PTSD, certain loud noises, yes. And if I'm not aware that the loud noise is going to happen, then I do have the PTSD. Like when I was walking by this tire shop and I wasn't expecting the loud noise, and it wasn't because he was working on a tire, it's because, well, at first I was walking by the tires, I thought I dropped the tire, but it was a really loud noise that scared me. Especially when I'm sitting at the bus stop and I hear pop pop out of nowhere and I'm not expecting it, of course something's gonna happen. And it's not all the time, but it is quite often. And to be honest with you, I've seen The Godfather so many times that I know the scenes. I know when the gunshots are gonna happen. I know when the explosions are gonna happen. I'm not gonna just sit here and start having an attack every time there's a loud gunshot or a noise. Because at the end of the day, PTSD, the attacks don't happen when you want them to. Especially PTSD affects you when you sleep too, because you have these like reoccurring dreams, or it's things that it's you wake up crying, you wake up having like an attack. It's not something that you just choose, because no one chooses when they have seizures. Stop being stupid. If I had an attack because of that loud noise, it would have been fake. Because you don't decide when you have attacks. Not every loud noise is going to trigger you.
What does that tell you?
Well, that's what PTSD is. You don't get triggered on command whenever there's a loud noise. It's just at random. Like when the lady she improperly did her oxygen. Her oxygen went pink, and then it made like a loud noise, and it triggered me, and it felt like I was in the car, and I was not expecting that because I was expecting the oxygen to make that kind of noise because she did it improperly. Like I wasn't paying attention, and the loud noise happened, and it startled me. It's stuff like that, or like when I'm sitting at the bus stop and I hear pop pop. I was asleep and literally woken out of my sleep because I heard pop pop, and I laid there like I was dead. I just laid there like I was dead. Like it's just stuff like that. Like when I hear gunshots, like I'll be laying and the windows open, or or like when I used to lay and the windows were open and hearing gunshots, that's like a trigger. Cause I did stay in the hotel room for a couple of days under an assumed name for safety reasons. So even when I saw the ambulance and the fire truck, that was something I was like, oh my God. So I would rush to my room. Every night when I came home from visiting my mom at the hospital, I would run to the elevator. I would go to my room because my room was on the second floor. I would have to look, and I would literally just freeze and just go like that. And then I would run to my room. I was so afraid of being alone. The first night I woke up, I had like PTSD attack, I felt like I was in the car because obviously it's not real, it's not real, it's not real. I just repeated over and over again. And I called people for help because they said, if you need someone to talk to, call me. So I called one of my friends. They didn't answer. I called somebody else. They didn't answer because they were asleep. And so I just had this attack and I just had to get over it. But it went for a while. I kept telling myself, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real. And I just stayed there rocking myself and I couldn't, like, because I felt like I was in the car. And so then, I couldn't go to my room without having to look. That's why I could have saved money and took the bus at night, but that area is a dangerous area. And for me personally, I felt safer taking a lift because I get dropped off right there. And I don't have to walk all the way home in the dark. And it's just me by myself. And then I have to walk all the way up to get to my room. Because it's not just right there by the bus stop. You have to walk and then walk up. And for me, every night, I didn't feel safe taking the bus. I was too scared. Like, well, in a sense of like, this just happened. I didn't know why this happened. And I'm under an assumed name. So to me, I'm like, this is a very dangerous situation. If they have you under a fake name, they're trying to hide you out. It made me think that someone else was probably trying to come after me to finish off the job. So now, more so, it doesn't bother me so much. With PTSD, yes, I do still have to watch my back because that's the PTSD. I look behind me because when I feel like someone's walking behind me, I'll look behind me and there's nobody because that's just how I have to live it. I just have to live with that. That's always going to be stuck with me because when I see someone's walking behind me, I look and there's nobody there. And sometimes if there is someone walking behind me, I just have to wait for them to pass and then I start walking because I used to do that before. But it's even more so now. Like, if there's someone walking behind me, then I can't walk. I'll have to let them go and then I start walking. I don't like for people to walk behind me. It's like loud noises scare me. Like sometimes, like if I hear gunshots, I just freeze. It's not every single time I hear a gunshot in a movie or, it'll be just like random moments because I don't choose when this stuff happens. It just happens when I have an attack. And one night I heard pop pop, but because where I was staying, you can't open the windows. So I just laid there and froze like if I was dead and I didn't move for a while. It was probably a good 5 minutes. I had woken up out of my sleep because I heard gunshots and I just laid there like I was frozen, like I was dead. And that's just how it happens. And it's been several times that I've done that. And with PTSD, you have dreams like that. Like, maybe I was dreaming about when he shot into the window, because if I heard pop pop, I didn't really see anything. Like, I didn't see the whole thing happening again where I was in the car. So that's why I think maybe I was just remembering the gunshots when I was asleep. And that's what woke me up out of my sleep like it did when it happened. So for me, oh, that is a bear. Okay.
Later on in the evening, we're all invited to the presidential palace reception to bring the new year. After it's over, and you take me home to the military. For my protection.
That's when his brother
Before I
betrayed
reach
him.
my hotel, I'll be assassinated.
Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guantanamera. Then his brother doesn't do what he wants. Fredo, and then because he turned against the family after he said, never go against the family. What does he do? Go against the family. So then what do? They take him on a boat in the water and bam. He took out his own brother. What does that do for him? Nothing. Because later on, when Michael Corleone gets older, he almost dies from a heart attack. What happened? They took the only thing that he loved from him, which was his daughter. Because she fell in love with this guy. And he didn't want her to be with him, but they wanted to be together. So there was nothing he could do. They stuck around the dad's back. And because of his selfishness, it caused his daughter to be unalive because he never thought about the family business. It was always about himself, him and his power. Well, yeah, he was a selfish guy. Michael Corleone was selfish. When his dad died, which his dad died from a heart attack, and the second one, so his dad's gone. Literally, he takes over the family business, and every person that he loved died, and then he ends up dying at the end too with his daughter, I think, right? They get him in the end.
Just want to wait.
Because all of his brothers didn't live, and then it's like the dad's gone. I think the mom died.
Who had Frank Fantana?
Then his brothers died, all one by one, and he had nobody left except his wife, who she divorced and left him because she found out. He literally told her that he got married. And he basically made this excuse that he had no choice but to get married to that other girl that blew up in the car. And then she left him because she's like, you're just telling me this now and then. It was an on and off thing, and she always had love for Michael, even though she left him. She always had, her love was there. So then,
As much as anyone, I love
PTSD does not prevent people from doing things. I hope you know that. What does hair and nails have anything to do with PTSD, considering the fact that the toner that I had and the hair dye that I had, literally, I bought that months ago. I bought that in March or May. I literally had that sitting in storage, and you're talking about hair and nails? Literally, I bought 2 hair dyes when I had the money. Because I said I'm going to dye my hair again, so it's better that I buy all the stuff because I know I'm not going to have the money when the time comes. So that's what I did. I bought it. That's what planning is. And as far as my nails go, I think they were only $8. Hair and nails has nothing to do with PTSD.
saying stupid things. So when he turned up dead,
PTSD does not, to an extent, prevent you from living a normal life, except working, because if there's a random loud noise and I freak out, of course, and I don't expect it to happen, I can't work on the job. Plus, I have major depression. That is also a disability. To an extent, I can live a normal life, but I can't. When I go out there, sometimes I get triggered by a loud noise. And it's quite often, but I can't control that. When I go out there, I can't control what happens, because you don't control it. If you have an attack with your PTSD, you don't say, well, I'm going to have an attack on Tuesday, so let me schedule a PTSD attack for Tuesday at 1 o'clock. That's not how it works. You don't really have PTSD if you're scheduling when you're supposed to have an attack. That's like the people that come online faking they have seizures. You can clearly tell when someone's faking they have a seizure. You can't sit here and try to convince people that you're having a seizure when you're not.
And explore dazzling displays. Discover more things to do.
And I know a couple people, I don't know them personally, when I had beef with that came online and pretended to have a seizure.
Are you with me? Hey, Hand, are you doing this?
All right, Vision. Looking good today? MS can be a constant roll call. That's why adults with relapsing or primary progressive forms of MS choose.
I'm literally falling asleep. I can't even keep my eyes open.
Reducing relapses in RMS
I might have to get off and go to bed.
progression in RMS and PPMS. Given 2 times a
Because
year,
I can't even keep my
10-minute
eyes
injection.
open.
Don't receive it if you have an active hepatitis B or have had a life-threatening allergic reaction to its ingredients. Tell your doctor about your medical history like Hep B, vaccinations, colitis, and liver problems. It can cause serious side effects. Some may be life-threatening or lead to hospitalization, disability, or death, such as injection reactions and infections, including respiratory, skin, herpes, and PML. PML, a rare brain infection, can occur. You'll be tested for Hep B as it could come back and cause serious liver problems. Other serious side effects may include increased risk of cancer, including breast cancer, colitis, liver damage, and decreases in
I
antibodies.
couldn't even keep my eyes open, guys. That's how tired I am. And here's the thing, I hate when people say, well, what did you do all day to be tired? None of your fucking business what I did all day, and I'm not going to tell you what I do all day, because what I do all day is not going to give you access to dox me, you dumb bitch. Like, you want to know what I do all day so you could piece together shit and try to dox me. And I'm not going to tell you. I do stuff all day. I don't sit here on this couch all day, whether you want to think so or not. I'm not here all day, and I'm not going to explain to you what I do all day. So, try again. I can't even keep my eyes open. Where's the remote? How long do we have for this movie? I might have to pause it and then come back tomorrow. Because I'm going to throw that away and get going because I'm tired. I'm tired.
You don't know my brother Fredo, do you, Johnny? Johnny Owen? Never met. Johnny Owen. Gentlemen, to a night in Atlanta. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Elise, send on the way.
I gotta get going.
Everybody stand, but it's worth it. Watch, you're not gonna believe this. No, $50, right? You got it.
I cannot. What does PTSD stand for? Post-traumatic stress disorder. Like, you think I'm stupid? Why are you asking me that question? Like, hello? When someone tells you that you're diagnosed with PTSD, unless you ask for a definition of what PTSD, they're not going to tell you you got PTSD, you got post-traumatic stress disorder. They don't do it like that. They're going to call it by the other names it is referred to. So to literally say, well, what's the definition? The psychiatrist did not give me the definition because I did not ask. I just said, okay. When she told me I had major depression and PTSD. Since when is someone that's going to diagnose you give you a definition of something unless you ask? Stop being stupid. You think because you could try to sit here and say, oh, well, we asked her and she couldn't even answer. She doesn't know the difference and shove it up your ass. Thank you. Because what? Do you ever leave people alone? Cause like seriously, like what is wrong with you? Anyways, have a good day and night, you guys. I thank you for liking, commenting, gifting, watching. I gotta get up and go because I'm sleepy. I cannot even keep my eyes open anymore. I need to go get into bed, do my skincare, and go to bed. But thank you for liking, commenting, gifting, watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys. Good night. Good night.